was having an issue with the radio not turning off. Like, the power button did nothing. I'm going to try a different radio just to make sure it's not the radio issue, but I don't have a constant hot in here, which probably means I'm not going to be able to have a clock unless I find a constant hot. They wired both of these to one wire here, so that's at least one of the issues. I'm Johnny Garage Johnson, and this is Hardcore Garage. Good morning. Welcome to Hardcore Garage. I just can't just sit there and do nothing, man. I've been playing with this radio all morning on the Cameo, and I'm seeing all this good stuff I got piled over here, and we need to play with this stuff to get some other issues solved that are in the truck. So let me flip this camera in here and show you what I'm dealing with. Isn't that a beautiful radio? This doesn't have anything to do with this project, so we're going to set that off to the side right now very carefully. But here's what we got that's going to go into the Cameo. Brand new pair of Kicker 4x6s, brand new pair of Kicker 4x10s, and speaker plugs so we don't have to cut any wires. So we're going to go over there and play with that, and hopefully we can get this whole stereo going. We've got her all yanked apart in here again. And since I got this radio, I've had a couple issues. I shouldn't say since I got this radio. Since I got this truck, I've had a few issues with the radio. One being, well, the first radio was just in there without even being mounted. It was just sloppy. After that, I put the next radio in. Radio works, kinda. The left side is very decent. The right side, very staticky and crackly, and back's non-existent. The biggest issue was you couldn't turn the radio off. The power button did not work. I discovered today that they had wired the constant. There was no constant is what it was. The switched 12 volt and the constant were wired to a switched 12 volt, which doesn't make any sense why you couldn't turn the radio off, because I remember back in the day doing kind of the opposite, wiring both of them to the constant so somebody could turn your radio on without having to get permission to use your keys, or you giving up your keys to somebody you didn't really know. So that didn't make any sense. But anyway, we fixed all that. Now I just want to see if we can't fix these crackly speakers. So I got those speakers, I got the wires. We're going to pop these, at least a dash speaker out real quick, and see if we can make that one work. Then I'll know it isn't a wiring issue. It's not too hard to do if you haven't pulled speakers before. Let's see how it works. Got your speaker grill here, 2 Torx here. It's going to be a T15 or a T20. I will tell you exactly when I get it. The T15, and hopefully with a little bit of luck. Nope, I'm going to have to use a ratchet. So I grab my giant torque wrench. See if we can't break the windshield, that'd be nice. Go ahead and bust this one over here loose. Yeah, these may have never even been done before. That sounds like a fresh snap. Now this is kind of a sketchy part here because this grill didn't pop up, and it sounds like this has never been out of here, and you want to be really careful. This dash is kind of busted up. But we don't want to make it any worse, especially right around these edges. So I'm going to try to take a little Phillips screwdriver here. There we go. Fingernails, boys and girls. We'll take a look at that speaker once I pull it out of there. Now, honestly, the speaker doesn't look bad. I pushed down on the cone and it doesn't sound scratchy. The only thing that's sketchy about putting new speakers in this is, you can see there it's 10 ohm, and I'm pretty sure those new ones are going to be a 4 or 8, so the ohm load's going to be not matched to the factory radio, so you'll never get as good a sound, I don't think, as what you do from a brand new set of these speakers. Check these speaker plugs out. This right here keeps you from having to cut your factory plug. I know this is easy to cut that off and put some of them speaker ends on there, but And you can find these things a little bit cheaper than what I paid for them. Doesn't matter, I bought these local. I wasn't worried about it. There's your part number there. Works on almost all GM products. And somebody down the line in the future will thank you for doing this. Probably can't do this one-handed. There we go. We'll just take these, and then luckily, look, it's already made for you to put on the next set of speakers. You don't even have to work for it. Hopefully it won't need no trimming. Whoa. Ooh. Nice. Can't mess the speakers up. They only go on one way. Big one, small one. Plugged in. See how quiet that is, though? I mean, it's working, but it's just no sound. And that's the second radio. So I'm wondering if I have an issue with my wiring. Because I don't think it's the radio. I really don't. But the other side is way louder. That's all left, basically, there. Just fronts. Huh. That's funny. That's okay. So I threw this old school radio in here, and I've got music coming out my front right speaker with the factory speaker. So that wasn't the issue, which is really weird. I am going to throw them 3 radios back in here again, or 2 radios, whatever, which sucks because the one that I had in here, actually the tape deck did work. The other ones don't. In order to switch these speakers out, after you've pulled the grills, it's going to be approximately an 11 millimeter deep well. Pop those 4 bolts off. Your new speaker will drop right in there. Plug right in with your new adapter. Make sure you get your new speaker on there with the speaker wires on the right side too, so they don't interfere with something inside the dash. The kicker has a little bigger magnet. If you can see that, the passenger side one went in pretty easy. I'm hoping this one doesn't cause an issue. All that dirt.
Why am I struggling?
definitely hitting on something. And it will go in there. So we can just get past that. The magnet is hitting. So, honestly, I don't want to do it, but if I broke the tab off that thing, because I can lift it up and get it to drop in there. Am I lying? The front tabs aren't in, so if they were off, I may not even be able to shove it over there far enough. Who knows, man. So I've got to make a hard decision. And it sucks because I know I have one of these already laying around here somewhere that's already cut. And I got red ones coming, so that means I would end up having to cut two or just leave it the way it is for now. What needs to happen is I need to get rid of these studs completely, not have the speaker bolted to this. I can shove the speaker down in the opening. It fits. This will go back on as long as these studs don't hit the top of the speaker in there. You can see the speaker is down in there far enough now where it needs to go. To cut or not to cut? You can't put them back on once they're gone. I may just let it ride, man. I was about to cut these off, but I just don't think that's the right idea. And these are in pretty good shape. It really suck to destroy a nice speaker grill. Now these rear ones are going to be a little more challenging because of these seats that are in here now. Normally, I think you should take all this trim off. Start with pulling this off. Then you'd have to remove your seat belt. Plastic, maybe a hook if you got one here. Pull this panel. Then go down here and pull this one. I'm hoping I can get this out from behind here because there's none of this stuff screwed in. And I don't know about that down there. That looks pretty tight right there. We may be able to just flex it out enough. I don't know. We're going to see. If not, then I've got to take this off to get to the seat belt to remove the seat belt. Snowball. I was able to flex that panel down enough to pop it out. It's not coming out from under there. It's crunched in there pretty good. But I think I can get to everything that I need to from here as long as I'm very careful. And this one is a 10 millimeter. I don't even know what you want to call them, press nuts or something like that. But we're going to pop that out of there and get that plug off. See if we can get a new speaker crammed in there. I'm sure there's definitely easier ways to do that. But I was able to get it off there. Magnetized. Now I just need to unhook it and get it out. Let me in. Stop. Better call somebody. Better ask somebody. Don't build your house out of cardboard. I don't think it's going to fit on them factory holes. Or is it? It's close. It's close. Whoa! Watch my panel snap. Pow! I don't even think you guys can see what I'm really even doing anyway. Trying to get this on there. You get the point. It ain't even recording any. Yeah, it is. Well, we got that speaker in. I got to do the driver's side, and that ain't fun at all. I'm going to tell you right up front. So let's flip the camera around here and show you some vintage radio. Look, the camera's over. Camera's over here. I'm looking over here. It doesn't work that way. What do you think of that vintage bad boy? Missing some chrome here. FM only, kids. Oh, no, it's AM. I see it down here. AM, FM. That's, you got choices. Choices. And it's a Delco, so this bad boy will like run you out of a room. You need to wear ear protection when you even just, I don't even want to touch it. That last speaker in there. And I wish I could let you guys hear what it sounds like, but fortunately that ain't the way the rules go, right? So you'll just have to see it in person someday, and then you'll be astounded, and maybe even a state over when I turn this on here in a little bit. If you feel your house shake a little bit, it was me. Well, I didn't show you exactly how I got that driver's side front speaker in there. What I did was I trimmed the metal on the speaker ring as close as I could to the center of the speaker without cutting into the foam. So I left maybe 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch all the way around that 4x6, stuck it in there, and then was able to get the factory grill on there without an issue, without having to modify the actual grill. Since then, we've already switched to the red grills, and you've seen that I put the dash cover on. So we're a little bit behind on this video here, but I wanted to show you that just in case anybody was concerned with the factory speakers and how easy it is to switch them out. Do it. Don't be shy. Comment, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Y'all take it easy. Keep on trucking.